That is absolutely stunning. I'm gonna go for a walk down to the bridge and check all that out now. See where we go. Absolutely. G'day guys, Mick here. Decided while the car's off the road I might try and squeeze in a couple of other videos. I've been meaning to do a quick rundown and a review again on the Dometic CD-30 since having it in the car for a while and giving it a bit of a test and seeing how it's performed. So as you remember, there are a couple of issues I was having when I did the last review. It seemed to be cycling a heck of a lot and seemed to be drawing a lot more power than I thought it should do. Since then, I've made a few changes. It's always been pretty much always been full, and that power consumption's actually settled down. It does still cycle quite regular. Sort of does a couple of minutes, like 2 to 3 minutes every 20 to half an hour. Obviously, the cooler it is, like during the night, and that slows down. And it might be 1 cycle an hour or something like that. So power draw wise, it is no longer drawing half as much as what it was. I'm now waking up in the morning and with the 140 amp hour deep cycle, I'm now waking up to sort of 98 to 99% battery charge. So really, it's not using much at all. The way it's sitting at the moment, I think I could almost run it from a 7 amp hour little sealed battery that you use for prawn lights. It's actually doing really good at the moment. Keep in mind as well, you know, as I said, I'm coming down to 98, 99% overnight. But keep in mind as well, I've also got cameras charging permanently in the back. I've got the little 8-inch Acer tablet constantly on charge in the back. And I've got the little case fan at the back of it running as well. So they're all contributing to the power draw. So really I'm not losing a lot of power overnight from the battery due to this fridge. So in that sense, power draw's really settled down. It just took a little bit to get to its comfortable point. I've got a temperature at the moment, I think I'm around about 3 degrees Celsius. I've got the gauge on just off halfway, just on the higher side of halfway. So I'm getting a nice cool temperature and it's not constantly running. I could probably go to turn the temperature down a little bit as well, which would be nice. But otherwise, yeah, she's doing really well. So with the Dometic CD-30, a couple of months on since having it in the car, I've had a few trips away and whatnot. In all honesty, you know, I kind of thought to myself beforehand, is it going to be worth buying a fridge? Am I going to use it enough? I don't know how the hell I live without having a fridge in the car. And I hear this a lot of people saying the same thing, you know, I can't justify the expense of having a fridge when I only go camping once every couple of months. Well, this is what I've come to find. Because I do have the drawer system in here and I keep cooking gear in here all the time and things like that, I also keep my tea and coffee and sugar and whatnot in here. I keep long life milk in the fridge. I keep water in the fridge. So anywhere I go I can make a coffee or a tea. There's always water and soft drink in there. So if we go to the shops and I want a drink, I'll take one out of there rather than spending $3 or $4 on a bottle or whatever from Coles or Kmart or wherever. I'll grab a can out of here. Every couple of weeks I'll buy a 10 pack from Coles in our groceries, which is what, $8. You know, so I'm paying less than $1 per drink rather than $3 or $4 every time I want a drink. I personally mostly drink water, so I just refill the bottles. I bought the 24 pack of the smaller bottles because they fit nicer, and I'll just refill them. I'll keep most of them in the fridge inside, but when I run low in here, I can just grab a cold one out and drop it back in when I get home. But it's saving me a fortune when we go to the shops for drinks. If we go for a picnic lunch or something like that, you can throw cold meat in there, bread, butter, whatever else. Turn up and make a sandwich, make a picnic lunch wherever you are. I think for tradies and... Oh, shut up, truck. I think for tradies and just basically anyone general day-to-day, is a fridge in the car worth the investment? It is a bit of an investment. Yes, you're probably going to spend close on $1,000 to have one, or probably more once you go doing a DC to DC and solar and all this sort of thing. But like if you're a tradie working in a factory, you keep cold food and drinks in the car at all times. You can walk straight out of the factory and grab a cold one straight away. If you're a tradie traveling place to place for work, again, cold food and drinks in there at all times. Saves buying from the lunch trucks or servo or bloody something like that and spending a fortune. Having the fridge, at the end of the day, yes, it's a big upfront cost. Sorry about all the noise, guys. I am in my driveway and I live on a main road. So yeah, having a fridge in the car, yes, it's a big upfront cost, but in the long run, it can actually save you a fortune in food and drinks because you can keep it in here and you can use it as you need it. So, do I think it's worth it? Do I think the CD-30 drawer fridges are worth it? I haven't used the larger fridge really, but for my personal needs, this is absolutely brilliant. I love it. I don't know how I lived without the fridges. There were a couple of other issues, which I'll disconnect you from the tripod and I'll give you a look at what I've done to combat these. But there were a couple of other things I mentioned with the thermostat placement. So I'll give you a look at that now. As you can see, it does have a different height. So even though these are only a 390, I think, a 350mm, they don't fit under the thermostat. So I mentioned in the last one, I think they should have a divider. Put my foot up here to hold that still. As you can see, I've grabbed some clear perspex. I had it laying around in the garage already. So I've grabbed that and I've just siliconed it in. Bit of white silicone down the sides here. Bit of a messy job, but it doesn't bother me. I can fit 6 beer cans at the back here, which is normally in there, but I've run out. And I can fit 6 soft drinks and a couple of long life milks in the front. And I can fit a heap of water. So, with the dividers in there, absolutely brilliant. The bottles don't get in the way, plenty of access with the cans. Always cold water, soft drink, milk. I'll take out normally and I'll throw food and everything in there. So, yeah, you easily fit a loaf of bread in there, a kilo of bacon, a dozen eggs, whatever it might be, you know, you fit all that in there quite easily. Couple of days solo camping, I can fit all my food in there, so I'm very happy with that. The only other thing I did notice is the gap at the back there. You do occasionally get something fall down the back. I've stacked, for example, a packet of Tim Tams up on top of my food and everything on this side, and it has slidden down the back. So occasionally you do get something drop down the back, but it's not that big of a deal. If worse comes to worse, on each side you've got this clip, and that will allow you to pull the slider right out. Also comes in real handy for cleaning. You just take the whole drawer out, pull the whole drawer out, push those down, take the whole drawer out, and then you can wipe it all down, clean it all out. Because the car is off the road for a bit, I probably will do that very soon and put all the drinks back in the fridge, turn the fridge off for a while. So, again, cycle-wise, the fridge is really settled down. I'm only losing 1 to 2% of my battery overnight at the moment. So, fridge is really settled down. I'm sitting at about 2 to 3 degrees. Probably could handle to go a little bit lower. Noise wise, when I sleep in the back, which as you know I do, if the camera focuses, when I sleep in the back I do hear it kick in, but it's really not enough to affect my sleep. So yeah, so far really happy with the Dometic. I've had it for about 4 months or something now in there, and I'm very happy with it. So updated review. Do I like the Dometic CD-30? Definitely. It's been absolutely brilliant. Keeps everything nice and cold. Only issues I do notice when you pull it all the way out, because the car is on a little bit of a slope now, and we're not in focus. Car's on a little bit of a slope now, so when you pull it all the way out, let it go, it does slide back, and you've got to make sure you give it a sort of little bit of a push to make sure it locks. When we're at Lithgow, somebody didn't push it properly and it wasn't locked, so really killed the battery and everything got warm. But yeah, just a general push and she locks nice and tight. Secure wise, it hasn't moved. I've got 2 screws holding it to the bottom. Drawers never come open on me forward driving or anything, so it has been great. So yeah, alright, I'll leave it at that, guys. And yeah, now you've got an updated review on the Dometic CD-30 after a couple of months of use. Alright, peace guys, and I'll see you out on the tracks.